Hello everyone, welcome back to Etc. And today we have a brand new Etc. space program tutorial. And today we have the Titan Gemini rocket built by the US of the A. And was the US's third attempt at launching, or third launch vehicle to launch humans into space. The Gemini program was a bit different. As the Gemini program, the capsule had space for 2 astronauts to sit in, instead of the one on the Mercury program. So this was kind of monumental for America. Obviously, this was not the first time done. The Soviets did it with the Voshchud rocket beforehand, which is out of render distance. But there is a tutorial on it right here, the orange boy, and that was the first ever multi-crewed spaceflight. But the Titan Gemini was number 2, or was the rocket to launch number 2. The other large major accomplishment done by the Gemini program was it was the Americans' first attempt at ever doing EVA, extravehicular activity, also known as a spacewalk. So, it was the first time ever, in American history at least, that astronauts actually went out on spacewalks and did maintenance on the vehicles, or just, was out in space there. Obviously, once again, Voshchud did the first EVA ever, but Titan Gemini was second and was the US's first attempt. So the US obviously was right on the Soviets' tail, which was quite imperative in the space race. But basic overview of the Titan Gemini launch vehicle was that it was a 2-stage rocket. The first stage was powered by a Lr87 engine, technically 2, but it counts as one large engine, as I do believe it's because it only had one combustion chamber. And then the second stage was just one Lr91 vacuum engine, and that one only, the first stage burned for 156 seconds, and then the second stage burnt for an average of 180 seconds. And the second stage was obviously to get the capsule into orbit and then deorbit it thereafter. But the Titan Gemini had a very high thrust-to-weight ratio, as the Lr87 engines provided probably more thrust than was actually needed at the time to get the rocket where it needed to be, Leo. But it was kind of just a modified Titan missile, as the US was still kind of coming out of World War II, and also wanted to prepare for the Cold War if such an awful thing ever happened, where the US would have to go to nuclear Armageddon with the USSR. Thankfully, that never happened, but the Titan missile was one of those missiles used for said purpose, or was supposed to be used. And as that never happened, it was intended to get into space, but it was just kind of modified for the Titan Gemini to just add a second stage and then slap a capsule on top of that. So that's all it really was. That was kind of all of the US's early rockets. Mercury, Redstone behind my head right there, and then Atlas right behind my head over there. They were just kind of modified missiles with a capsule on top. And Gemini was not that different. That did not really change until the Apollo/Saturn program, where actual dedicated rockets were being built to launch dedicated humans, with a lot more time and effort put into the whole space aspect instead of bippity blowing stuff up. Whew. Without that with all that history out of the way and scientific statistics, why don't we get into the actual Minecraft build, shall we? That was kind of a long one. But, here we have the Lr87 engine. Basically just some blackstone with blackstone stairs, and then some iron bars. The iron bars are kind of just the struts slash, fuel lines. But they are pretty simple in shape, so I'm just gonna go over to the launch pad here. Can build it wherever. But you want to make this plus sign shape with your blackstone, and then do one block across, and then do the same plus sign shape just like so. I do believe I did that right. Yay, I did. Alright, and then you want to bring these plus signs up one. Whoops. And then have polished blackstone stairs facing inwards. So just like this. And then put polished blackstone going up one in the middle. Next up we have basically the rest of the fuselage. But grabbing some white concrete, black concrete, and get to the andesite later. But it is this 5x5 square with its corners missing. As you can see, this would be 5x5 square. You take away the corners, and now you have 3x3. So you can call it a 3x3 circle, 5x5 with its corners missing, whatever. But it's this 3x3 circle of basically white concrete. So going from the middle here, go up until one block above these guys here, and then go out 1, 2, and then one on each side, and then go diagonal, and then 1, 2, 3, and then same thing here, just like so. So you have this 3x3 circle-ish shape. It's a block game. Can only get so circular. With the white concrete here. And then gonna get some iron bars and then bring it down 1, 2, 3 blocks, and then out 1, 2, 3, and then same thing on the other side here. So these are kind of like the struts. Actually gonna do there and there. These are like the struts, and as well serve as fuel lines to the Lr87. I'm trying to not say RL, because I'm just used to calling rocket engines RL. But I guess that's just me. Here we have, going up one block from the white circle, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of white concrete in the corners, and then 1, 2 blocks of black concrete going up. I just realized I said corners in the middle. So, from the bottom, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not counting the bottom, gotta clarify that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's just in the middle of each of these sides. And then boom, 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 and then same thing here. Alright, gonna pull out the black concrete, and then do it for the corners here, and then go on top of the white pillar here, and then 1, 2. And this, just continue this all the way around to the same height. Basically all the way around this base of the fuselage of the Titan. So, just doing that here. As you know, the Americans, the Americans like their white and black color patterns on their roquets, so Titan Gemini follow suit. Well, at least until we get to SLS and Space Shuttle, but they don't count. We're still in the prehistoric age of missiles with capsules on them. Next up, on top of that, same 3x3 circle pattern. But 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks tall with the white concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just bring that right round, baby, right round, like a wrecking ball. Please tell me at least one of you got that. But yeah, just filling this in the same 3x3 circle, just on top of what you have already built with more or 4 blocks of white concrete. Alrighty, so next off, gonna snag some polished andesite, and then we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks with the polished andesite. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the polished andesite, and then just bring that right around. I'm gonna speed up the footage here because it's kind of boring and just the same thing, so I'm gonna do that now. Alrighty, so now that we got the large hunk of the fuselage in, or the largest hunk of a different block, I guess, gonna grab the white concrete again, and then gonna do 1 band of that, and then 2 polished andesite bands on top of that. So we'll go white, and then andesite. So just bring that right around, baby, again. And then pull out the polished andesite, and then put that on top for a double layer. So just like so. There we have it. And then going back to the white and black stripy pattern, it's kind of just an inverse at the bottom here, but the black goes up 1, 2, 3 blocks, and then, well, technically 4. So 4 blocks of the black concrete in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and same thing again. And then white concrete only goes up 3 in the corners here. So just like this, in all of the corners, I should say. And then, whoop, missing some blocks. And then cap that off with some black concrete on top. So here's the majority of our fuselage. And then gonna pull out some light gray concrete, and then we got 2 bands of that, and then a band of polished andesite, and then 2 more of the light gray. So it goes 2 light gray, andesite, 2 light gray. So just gonna wrap that around. That's kind of a theme for most of the rockets, as they're kind of just stacks on stacks, as that's kind of how most rockets are until you get to the tippy top, or unless you're Russian and have the Krylev cross, and everything is much cooler than lame American rocket that doesn't have the epic Krylev cross. But what do I know? I just build rockets in a silly block game for 2 people to watch. So whatever. Gonna grab the white concrete again, and then 1, 2, 3 block bands up. So 1, 2, 3. Just do that all the way around. So like so. Like that. Alrighty, so now we get to the actual capsule. The actual Gemini capsule that could fit 2 people, and, you know, the part that actually went down in infamy. It's basically just a band of blackstone stairs facing inwards, and then a square of blackstone blocks, and then blackstone stairs facing inwards on top of that. So, like this. So, blackstones, or polished blackstone stairs facing inwards, like so. And then an actual 3x3 square, 1 up, like so. And then polished blackstone stairs going diagonal, facing in, or polished blackstone stairs facing inwards on top of that in the middle. and gonna pull a polished blackstone wall on top of that, and got to grab a cheeky little polished blackstone wall and slap that on top. And there is our Gemini Capsule. That is basically, well, that is just the Titan Gemini. We're done. Look at that. Wow. I spent most of the time talking about how this thing actually does the do. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you found the tutorial enjoyable and helpful. Hopefully you were able to actually build the rocket. And leave suggestions down below for what rockets you guys want to see next, because right now I'm kind of going in linear order of just times that they were built. As you can see, Mercury, Volshkud, or Sputnik, Mercury, Vostok, Voshkud, Atlas, now Gemini Titan, with SLS and Ariane 1 sneaking in there. But please leave suggestions down below in the comments section for whatever you guys want to see next. Honestly, anything. Like we did Perseverance over there. Hopefully you guys have seen that. But maybe I should ask you to subscribe.
Do it.
But that's it for now. Signing off for now. Good boy.